Hi, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to another edition of the Spiritual Medicine Digest for the week of November 21st. And I thought it'd be kind of fun since the last video I did, I was in the bathtub. I thought it'd be kind of fun if we did it in front of the fireplace. Now, you probably can't see the fireplace very well, but it's really, great flames. My husband loves making fires. So I thought that'd be kind of fun. And yes, I do have Christmas lights back there already. Actually, they're there all year round. Just why? Because it's fun and I like colors. So you're allowed to have Christmas lights all year round if you want to as well. Anyway, so it's been a pretty busy week, and near the beginning of the week, this was Tuesday, I started feeling pretty crappy, and this is later in the day after I've done all my healing. I'm going to drum and dance, and I start to get, this intense headache, and normally this is like a Mother Earth call for help. So, but of course I was busy. I was in the middle of drum and dance, so here I am trying to test, what in between drumming and figuring out what is going on, what happened was that there was a quote-unquote attack on healers here on Earth from ninth dimensional extraterrestrials who had entities attached. Now, these guys were pretty low vibrational because their comrades, who I healed the week before, had actually killed one of my students' chickens. And they used an energetic toxin to do that. And when I measured their light scores, it was pretty low. It was like 8 or something. So it was really, really low. And just as a context, Satan, Lucifer, before I healed him, yes, he's healed. He was a 9. So this is pretty nasty stuff. So these comrades of, the people that I healed, the extraterrestrials I healed the week before, didn't like it very much that I did that. So they were retaliating worldwide, and I believe it came out of a dimensional rift in North Korea possibly. But it was Monday when they did it, and I didn't feel it till Tuesday. And so I'm asking Source, God, what do we need to do here? And the surprising answer was, you need human help. And I'm like, I do? Normally I'm like, let's just have the angels do it, or let's have the God team do it, And I'm like, human help. So what came out of it was that I was being asked to ask my Light Warrior Bootcamp students, at least 10 of them, to play my Ascension 1 music and healing product all at the same time. So simultaneously, at least 11 of us, so 10 of them, one of me, would hit play, and boom, we would focus our attention on the issues at hand. In this case, alien-derived toxin that was spreading throughout the world, and we were just going to focus our energies there to neutralize this toxin. So I went online as soon as I got home on Facebook and just asked, my students, hey, whoever's still up, whoever's awake, at 10 p.m., if you could hit play. I'm not feeling very good right now, and Mother Earth is definitely, feeling something, because I feel whatever she feels. I could use your help. And it was amazing. I got at least 38 or 40 responses almost immediately. And then at 10 p.m., everyone hit play, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then those that missed that deadline actually did it anyway the following day, which was awesome. And I got to tell you, within 2 minutes, 10:02, I started feeling better. My headache, was starting to go away. My energy, popped back up. And by the time I went to bed at around 11, I felt pretty much 95% better. Now, I did have James do some gua sha on me, which is this Chinese medicine thing with this porcelain spoon and some liniment, because my neck gets really, really tight when I get these. It's like my pineal gland is exploding or stretching, and it's really uncomfortable, and it tightens up this whole area. So he did the gua sha on me, and I got super red. I did it on my own neck. I got super red. So all that combination of work really, really helped a lot. So thank you so much to all my students that did this with me, and it was so great to be supported this way. And I think Source just wanted me to experience that amazing support that I have in my group. So I'm so, so grateful. So what else this week? Okay, so what else was healing was this thing of betrayal. So this theme of betrayal was healing in mass consciousness. So if you had thoughts or memories of times that you were betrayed, or these feelings would come up, really that they were there to be, finally expelled and healed. So don't feel bad if you started feeling bad partway through the week and betrayal was a theme, because a lot of us were running this theme. And what was really amazing for me personally was that a friend of mine and I, there seemed to be some misunderstanding or something like that. And I basically said my truth, and I sent the Ascension 1 energies to both of us and our relationship. And within hours, I get an email back from her that was amazing, supportive, loving, and it was this theme of betrayal that was healing. And so we actually modeled the ideal healing for betrayal. It was amazing. And thank goodness my friend and I mean, it's wonderful to have these high vibrational friends that we can play and do this healing with. And we create a model for everyone else, an energetic model for them to also follow through and do this betrayal. So if you're working with betrayal, don't worry about it. It's there for you to be present with it, to love it, to heal it till it's over. And of course, you can use Ascension 1 and Ascension 2 healing products. Just, quicken up the speed of that and just make that intention to heal this for yourself and also for mass consciousness as well. So let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, lots of interesting stuff this week. Now I have had to upgrade my Ascension 1 and 2 with a major upgrade this week, and one of the things is pretty tricky. So one of my patients who I haven't seen for a very long time, she has a CD version, which we no longer create, because that was like a trial thing. But that's only for current patients that are close to me and who don't know what MP3 players or something like that. We will make a CD for them, but don't ask me for one because it's not for sale. So anyway, so she had the CD version and she's playing it religiously, and yet she's not feeling good, and I hadn't seen her for quite a while. So when I checked in how effective the Ascension 1 and 2, it was abysmal, 25%. I'm like, wow, what is going on? So there are two major interferences that have come about that I've noticed that can block or interfere with the Ascension 1s and 2s. The first one is extraterrestrial interference, and this is what was happening with her. Now normally the Ascension 1s actually clear that, but this was very tricky because the ETs actually worked on her CD player, and actually in a component in the CD player it created a dimensional rift in the CD player. And so when she was trying to play the CD with the healing energies, even though she could hear it and it would play, it was actually the energies were being filtered to another dimension. Like, who would think of that, right? But it was amazing. So I've upgraded Ascension 1 and 2 to negate and neutralize that effect, so that now that even if you have a CD player that's infected with an entity or an ET or an MP3 player or whatever, the minute you intend to play the music, the minute you intend that, it will start working, which is really amazing. If you own it, you intend it. I mean, even if it doesn't play, even if it plays and ETs are trying to interfere with it, what's going to happen is that those frequencies will get through. So it is going to be effective for you. Now, the number two thing that, so that's neutralized, right? So the second thing that can cause problems is the higher self. I know this sounds funny, but you would ask, why is the higher self blocking me from healing? Why is it blocking me from getting the most benefit out of these products, Ascension 1, Ascension 2, or any other healing MP3 or product from any other high vibrational healer? And there are a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons is that sometimes the higher self is a little outdated in terms of what she feels you need to experience in order for you to accomplish your soul's mission. And for example, if you have a higher self who feels that you need to suffer because you need to develop high degrees of compassion for others, if you've done so much of this work already, then you may not need any other work to do it. So we just go straight to Source and we just ask Source, do you really need to feel this anymore? Do you really need to suffer? Do you really need to be in pain? Do you really need to, make it so hard in order for you to grow? Now, for some people, it's a yes. And we're like, okay, That's all right. It's good. But for those that it's not, what's happening is there is a lack of union between source and the higher self. So we actually need to upgrade the higher self to communicate ideally with source, so higher self can feel reconnect to source fully, and therefore we don't get this incongruence between the higher self and source. So Ascension 2 is upgraded. Actually, it had this frequency already, but just to let you know that Ascension 2 is the one you want to work on to help you can focus it specifically on your higher self and to make sure that the higher self is reconnected to source optimally, and therefore you won't have those interferences with, with things. Now, of course, if source feels like you need to do stuff on your own, you don't get the easy way right now, you need to go through some difficulty in order to grow, that's what you and source have decided, before you incarnated. So I can't do anything about that. But if you have your higher self that is not up to speed, so to speak, then we can upgrade the energies of your higher self. And sometimes we can even trade up your higher self. I know that sounds kind of crass, or impolite, but we're going to be talking a little bit more about this on my next radio show, November 28th. Now, this is going to be a recorded show, so you can't call in live and ask questions because I'm going to be on vacation. Believe it or not, I'm actually taking a vacation. But I will be recording a show specifically talking about light scores and your higher self and this issue. A lot of questions have been coming through my Light Warrior Bootcamp Facebook group, who are for people that I bought my packages, about the higher self, about the light scores, and I'm going to show you on the show exactly how I test for that and whether or not you do need an upgrade of your higher self, how you can tell and what that's like, and how you can very creatively, learn to do testing of light scores for various many different things in your body and your health, that kind of thing. So stay tuned for that recorded show on Monday the 28th, and if you missed the show on Monday the 21st with Jenny No, you definitely want to check out that show, unless of course you're incredibly joyous and happy and completely wealthy right now. Maybe you don't need the show, but in case you're not quite 6 or 7 figure earner, and you would like some hints on abundance, she has a really great teaching about the money magnet requirements. And even the mini healings were done were really amazing. So you will be receiving some activations on that show, even if you're listening to the replay. And I will be doing an activation as well on the show on the 28th. So if you're listening to that live or replay, you will receive that energy as well to help you with your light score and to help you with dealing with the issues and connections with your higher self. And let's see if there's anything else I am supposed to tell you today. Oh yeah, I'm pretty good. I think I've got everything. And then the following week, when we have our December show, the first Monday of the month, is the Ask the Doctors show, LifeWave Radio, with my colleague, Dr. Dennis Lobstein, the wonderful Dr. Dennis. And we are going to do a whole show on patching protocols and acupuncture points for supporting infertility and sexual dysfunction, so even male infertility. So check out that show on December 5th to learn some of those acupuncture points, and I will be doing a blog post immediately after that show, so you will have all the notes you need and the names of the points, so you know where to put the patches to optimize your own healing. And the patches are great because they're phototherapy patches, there's no drugs, and it's sort of like doing acupuncture on yourself without the needles, so I really, really like them. And so if you're into that, just join us for that show too. Whew, I think I'm done. So have a wonderful week, and those in the United States, happy Thanksgiving, and my love and blessings to you all. Have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye for now.